A very good afternoon to you, sir. On behalf of the SAARC Cultural Center, I extend a warm welcome to our esteemed speaker, Dr. Ali Shameem, and to all the participants. This is Dr. Beena Gandhi Diori, Deputy Director, Research, SAARC Cultural Center, Sri Lanka. And it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 4th SAARC Talk Series 2024. Before we start with this lecture, I invite Director, SAARC Cultural Center, Mrs. Renuka Iknaike, to deliver the welcome address.
Good afternoon. Dr. Ali Shameem, Assistant Professor, distinguished guests, welcome to the 4th session of our monthly virtual talk series on cultural heritage and cultural diversity in the SAARC region. As the director of the SAARC Cultural Center, it gives me immense pleasure to extend a warm welcome to every one of you joining us today from various corners of our diverse region. Our talk series stands as a beacon of enlightenment, illuminating the rich tapestry of cultures that define our shared heritage within the SAARC region. Through these sessions, we aim to foster a deeper understanding and appreciation for the many traditions that make our region unique and vibrant. Today, we have the privilege of exploring the captivating world of Maldives, cultural music and dances. Dr. Ali Shameem, Assistant Professor at the Faculty of Arts, Maldives National University, will be our guide as we explore the local and regional blend of rich performing arts traditions that come from the Maldives. Dr. Shameem's expertise promises to offer us invaluable insights into the intricacies and nuances of Maldivian culture, enriching our understanding of this dynamic area of our regional heritage. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Shameem for graciously sharing his knowledge and dedicating his valuable time to enlighten us today. Your presence enriches our discourse, and we are honored to have you with us. To all our participants, I invite you to actively engage in today's session. Your contributions, questions, and insights are important to the success of this endeavor. Let us come together to celebrate the diversity that binds us and embark on a journey of cultural discovery. Once again, welcome to the 4th session of our talk series 2024. Let us embrace this opportunity to deepen our understanding and forge meaningful connections across borders. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam, for your welcome speech. Ladies and gentlemen, we have amongst with us Dr. Ali Shameem from Maldives. Dr. Shameem is an assistant professor at the Department of Social Sciences of the Faculty of Arts, Maldives National University. He holds a PhD in International Environment and Development Relations from the International Global Change Institute of New Zealand. His expertise actually lies in climate change, ocean governance, island diplomacy, maritime security, etc. Dr. Shameem is also a community educator, motivator, climate campaigner. Dr. Shameem was the head of Civil Service of Maldives until July 2020. He was also the State Commissioner for the Judicial Service Commission and Human Rights Commission of Maldives. He also served the Maldives Parliament as the Deputy Secretary General for 5 years. Before joining the Parliament, Dr. Shameem served as at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Maldives He represented Maldives at numerous international platforms and forums, including the Commonwealth, SAARC, Organization of Islamic Conferences, Inter-Parliamentary Union, and Non-Aligned Movement. In 2015, Dr. Shameem was conferred with the Maldives National Award of Recognition for his social work and community education. A Regional Alliance for Fostering Youth, Maldives, also recognized his voluntary services for youth empowerment and awarded him Asia's Transformer Award in 2017. He was also conferred with the Peace Award by an Indian NGO, International Youth Committee, in 2018 in recognition of his services to youth leadership development. Dr. Shameem was also a research fellow at the Royal Institution of Singapore from 2016 to 2017. We are indeed extremely fortunate to have Dr. Shameem with us this afternoon, who will be speaking on Maldives' rich performing arts. As we know, Maldives is an archipelago of over 1,000 islands located in Indian Ocean. Without much ado, I request Dr. Shameem to start with his lecture.
Thank you very much. Very good afternoon to all the participants of this online seminar. Before I begin, I would like to thank from the bottom of my heart for hosting a seminar for me by the SAARC Cultural Center. May I also express my heartfelt thanks to the director, Madam Renuka Ekneake, and also the Deputy Director, Dr. Bina Gandhi, for the kind words and introduction given about me. I'm really overjoyed, but unfortunately I see a few Maldivians joining here. It has been a very busy day for our Maldives National University because this morning we had a graduation ceremony as well. So I think the students are still maybe excited and couldn't join much, but I hope those who managed to join this seminar will find this seminar informative. I warmly welcome all of you, and I think probably I first present you some information about the topic for this presentation, which is Maldivian cultural music and dances. And at the end of my presentation, as it has been put into agenda, we will have question and answer session shortly. And before I begin, I must admit that I'm not an expert of Maldives culture, heritage, and traditions, let alone music and dances. But I'm happy to have worked on this in this field. And my biological father, who passed away 22 years back, may his soul be blessed in heaven. His name is Mr. Muhammad Ibrahim Didi, he's well known by the a pseudonym which is Didi Bey. He was a very popular vocalist artist, especially singing folk songs. And so I have heard a lot from my father about dances and music. But unfortunately, when I wanted to do research on this, my father is not anymore with me. But I tried to share some of the insights I got from my father as well. And they are here. I will try to now share with you my presentation. Can you see my slide now?
Yes, sir. We can see your slide.
Okay. So the title As you heard from Dr. Bina as well, Maldives cultural music and dances, local and regional blend of rich performing arts traditions. Now, why I said second sentence, local and because in our dances and culture performance or items do have regional influences, and I would be explaining what these influences are as I go along. So let me begin now. Everything in the Maldives is characterized by its surrounding features, its natural way of life, and believes it holds as cherished traditions of blessed, homogeneous society. Therefore, its islandness, simple way of life, fun-loving attitude give shape to its culture, heritage, and traditions, including cultural music and dances. Maldivians take great pride in their culture as a unique society that thrives on the indigenous way of life, ranging from self-made meals, dresses, houses, occupation, and entertainment. However, a thorough analysis of their ways of life, especially the kind of entertainment, celebrations, and festivals Maldives enjoy over more than 2,000 years of their civilization, is reminiscent of regional influences as a calling port or transit point for seagoing vessels or sailing ships, which sought refuge during stormy weathers and for restocking food and waters. Maldives is known to be a kind of ocean highway, transit point in the good old days. Even today, it has become geopolitically important transit point for many seagoing vessels. Since immemorial, the Maldivians took great pride in freedom or independence, enjoyed communal harmony and relative peace, and lived by simple pleasures like being happy, being friendly, and being hospitable to visitors. Today, the Maldives glorify their oneness and homogeneity for being bonded with one race, one religion, one language, and one culture. It is known to be the only country in Asia today blessed with such oneness virtues. My topic for today's online seminar, hosted by SAARC Cultural Center in Colombo, is Maldives cultures, music, and dances, local and regional blend of rich performing arts. In this presentation, I would like to present you a glimpse of dominant cultural music and dances found in the Maldives. Of course, I wouldn't have time to discuss many of the varieties, but the key, about 3 to 4, I would be explaining and hopefully showing some pictures or some glimpses of videos of the dances. There are 3 types of festivals during which Maldivians traditionally perform music and dances, especially folk dances or traditional dances. These festivals are national festivals, religious festivals, and communal festivals. Here are some of our communal festivals, some pictures of communal festivals that take place as street parades. National festivals include celebration of National Day and Independence Day and traditional thanksgiving to the kings and queens in the good old days. In 1968, we, of course, changed from a kingdom to a republic. Religious festivals include Islamic 2 Eid festivals, which are observed to mark the end of the fasting month and the day that celebrates the completion of the holiest ritual for Muslim known as the pilgrimage to Holy Shrine of Mecca. This festival is called Aloha Eid celebration. The third festival observed in the country, for which I call communal festivals, are not observed nationwide on the same day as occasions for different days for different island communities. These would include wedding ceremonies, completion of public infrastructure projects, children's circumcisions. This is boys, celebration of good harvest, that was practiced in the good old days, victory over sports and games, and finally inauguration or launching of a new fishing boat. Folk or traditional music and dances are performed by locals traditionally to celebrate these festivals and other happy occasions. In primitive times, Maldivians recited a kind of poetry which was sung to a tune or rhythm, but without music, which is called rawar. It's a very, very advanced form of poetry in Maldivian language or literature. At the end of my presentation now, I would try to play a video of Raiwan, which might give you an idea of what it is like. This is a kind of a poetry recited without any music, but there is a rhythm or a tune. And they are like lullaby, which tell stories or express romantic sentiments or political challenges. Musical drumming and dances were introduced to the Maldives in the 11th century by African slaves brought by a king after he visited Mecca of Saudi Arabia for pilgrimage. And yes, some of our cultural dances and displays, some pictures of that during festival times. Here is one of a display of what they call big fishing. This is a kind of fish made out of coconut leaves, and they, in a kind of sometimes a parade, they would display. Group of people would display this in the streets, showing the skills of their fishing. And it's a very attractive traditional amusement that islanders enjoy very much. Now, let me continue. The East African settlers were said to have introduced drums, which were beaten to various rhythms by hand. Prior to that, Maldivians used to tap steel tins and copper pots with metal rings on their fingers to make music, or beat wooden sticks against each other to make beats to accompany songs. Initially, other than poetry recitals, songs were learned from African and Arab settlers or travelers, the lyrics of which were foreign to the Maldivian language, but sung for entertainment, although the meaning of these songs were initially not understood. But in modern times, all such songs were adapted to local language called Divehi. Traditionally, the kind of musical instruments Maldivians used were drums of goat skins and wood of coconut trees tied with coir rope. I think our drums are similar to what found in Sri Lanka as well, or some parts of India. Later Indian harmonica was introduced and other sound-making bracelets. Original Maldivian tunes were supposed to be derived from the sounds of waves that washes onto the beaches of islands. Secondly, tunes were also composed having listened to the noise made by blowing winds against branches of trees. Additionally, music tunes were created by listening to various sounds heard during various tasks performed in fishing. Maldivians love dancing to display their happiness on various occasions. Most of the steps or body gestures performed during dances were reminiscent of actions or movements of fishes, birds, and animals. Men especially perform animal movements in throwing up challenges to each other, while women use movements of birds or respectful or romantic gestures. Maldivians pay attention to three aspects when they like to perform music and dances in the preparation. And here are pictures of some of our performers. The three aspects now I like to explain. Firstly, the performers like to wear special costumes, which are usually made of bright colors for women, but light colors for men. Secondly, performers carry attractive or eye-catching items or utensils like pots, flower-decorated sticks, or simple semi-circular flower chains, which they use to add flavor to their dances. Thirdly, dances have to be accompanied by rousing music and songs. It is not customary in Maldives to perform dances without music and singing. Only Ravar, which I said it doesn't have music, is a kind of recital, poetry recital. They enjoyed primitive time. It is even today sung. But now there are, of course, very advanced modern forms of music. There is a kind of rhythm in Body Beru which is called, Let me now explain you the most popular traditional form of music and dance, which is known as Body Beru. Literally, Body Beru means big drum. This is the one that was introduced by East African settlers. Body Beru is the most popular music and dance performed by Maldivians in all festivals and at jubilant celebrations or occasions. This was a music introduced by East African settlers, and thus it has influences of African origin. It is performed usually by about 15 men, comprising of a lead vocalist, a team of chorus reciters, and 3 to 4 drummers. Now, although traditionally this was a music and dance performed by only men, today women do perform Body Beru music and dances. The music and singing initially begin with slow-paced or in tempo and speed up to crescendo or high tempo to finish the song in climax. Especially there is a kind of rhythm in Body Beru music which is called Babur, which means Negroid song, which has a fast beat that mesmerizes young and old listening to it and performers. So the drumming is quite loud, and often the music is called Shaking the Island, in the way we call it Raguda. So the drumming makes a very loud sound, and that's why it's called, Body Beru, of course, beating the big drums. Those who recite the chorus will be clapping too to add flavor to the rhythm. Initially, lyrics were African words that were not even understood by people, but in the modern day, lyrics are composed in local Divahi language. 3 to 4 performers would be dancing along with music and singing. The dancing steps in Body Beru resemble the actions of animals in various encounters, as I said in the beginning. The themes of songs in modern times include heroism, romances, or satire. Now, this is a picture of the Body Beru performers. They beat the drums mostly by standing, or they can sit and also beat the drums. Now, second musical and dance I like to present is called Bandiya jehun. In English, if you translate that, it will be like metal pot dance. This is the most popular one among women. And this is it is known to be the Maldivian adaptation of Indian pot dance. So about 20 young girls would perform this dance to the music sung by a lady singer, a drums often beaten by most of the time men. But these days we also have women as drummers. All the performers wear colorful costumes like a uniform, which is either national women dress or long skirt or a blouse. The girls form various patterns and clusters with subgroupings as dancing steps and beat the pots with rings on their index fingers, making a jovial rhythm. Body carrying drums and harmonica are the main musical instruments used in the dance other than beating metal pots with rings. Bandiya jehun is performed on all occasions and is a popular entertainment too. These are some of pictures of Bandiya music and dancing. So you see, normally the performers have a similar costume, like a uniform, but always they love bright colors. The third type of music and dance that I like to present is called Tharak, which literally meaning playing tambourine. This is a music and dance performed by men. Even today, the tradition continues. It's only performed by men by sitting on mats, and the only instrument used is tambourine. Usually 22 people sit in 2 rows and perform the music and dance by playing tambourine by each performer. Lots of practice is required in this dance as everyone sings and beats the tambourine to rhythms to demonstrate illustrative performances. Performers move their bodies and perform respectful gestures in this dance. Like Body Beru, Tharak music begins with slow tempo but concludes by reaching a crescendo or climax. This music and dances was said to be adapted from the Gulf Arabs or Gulf states in the 17th century. Initially, the lyrics were pure Arabic, but in modern terms, there is a blend of local and Arabic verses, and it has a religious touch as well. The performers wear white long sleeve shirts with a green or red neck scarf, and the lower body is covered with sarongs. Traditionally, performers commit acts of hallucination known as wajid, not W-A-J-I-D, wajid, at times of climax in their performance, in which skillful performers stab their tongues with short knives. So this is a kind of hallucination they practice, and it's a great attraction for spectators. But when they do this stabbing the tongue, but they manage somehow to avoid harm. Now, this is now banned by the government as it involves dangerous risks. This of course, there is what you call curiosity. People always watch Tharak in the good old days because the performers did, extraordinary acts. This is some pictures of Tharak. They would be beating this tambourine and singing at the same time, and also move their body in different movements with the rhythm of the beating the tambourine. Now, the fourth one, which would be the last one I think I will present today, Bolimalaafaiy Neshun, which literally means like shell dance or shell dance. Let me explain what it is. Bolimalaafaiy Neshun is another popular kind of music and dance performed only by women. It demonstrates old tradition of offering gifts to the kings or queens on special occasions, such as Eid festival. The gift comprise of beautiful rare seashells covered in small vase beautifully wrapped by silk cloth. Now, Maldivian language, this vase is called Kurandi or Malaafaiy. So this dance is named after Kurandi Malaafaiy, which is vase, which means like flower vase. It is performed to pay tribute or thanksgiving to the kings and queens. Performers wear bright colors of traditional dress. There are 24 performers usually, and men provide music for the dance, and vocalists are usually women. The music and dance is performed while working in rows, making various patterns of steps with respectful gestures. The music and dances continue from start to finish at a slow pace, and it may take about 30 minutes or so for this dance to last. Lyrics are in the local language, and the theme would be praising the rule or king or queen or glorifying his or her national service. With the change of kingdom in 1968 to republic, the practice of offering gifts ceased, but this music and dance continued performing for entertainment, and lyrics changed to women empowerment and glorifying their national services. There are many other kinds of music and dances which are known to be indigenous to the Maldives too. But since I have 45 minutes to 1 hour to present this seminar, I only thought I will present 4 different types. And that is 2 dances or music performed by girls and another 2 by men. So there are other traditional dances and music as well, which are called Maldivian Neshun, Fatigalu jehun, Lagiri, Dadi jehun, Dafi Neshun, and Kanamali. Kanamali, this is especially a kind of musical parade that's mostly performed in northernmost island of Kuludufushi and the northernmost atoll, this Kadamali. So that brings to an end of my presentation. Thank you for your kind attention. Now we can probably now have a little discussion if people have questions to clarify. Now, traditionally, Maldivians do not have couple dancing, the boy and girls or men and women dancing close to each other. That's not found in our traditional performances. But in the modern day, sometimes there's a mixing of girls and boys, when they celebrate occasions or when they perform traditional music and dances. So I'll stop now my PowerPoint presentation and let us have a discussion.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes.
For your very interesting lecture. So yes, so I welcome questions from the participants. Okay, yes, we have Professor Nandadeva. Sir, hello, sir.
Yes, please continue.
Professor Nandadeva, he raised his hand, so I guess he has a question to ask. Or maybe it's by mistake. So, yes, if anybody has any comment or any question, we can go ahead with that.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, we have Professor Vimala
from University. Yes. So, thank you very much, Professor Ali, for your presentation very first. And then it is interesting to know that you mentioned traditional dance. There is no traditional practice mixing girls and boys together, right? Male and female together. So, do you have any kind of? I think I'm not sure whether I'm correct or wrong. My question. So, do you think what are the reasons behind that?
Oh, it's obviously we are now predominantly Muslim Islamic society, and therefore I think religious religious taboo that men and women have couple dancing. It's discouraged in religion, I think, but today young girls and boys, you see, sometimes they mix this. But in our traditional dances, always men would dance separately and girls would dance separately as well. So there is no mixing of both genders, and then of course perform the spectators or those who are enjoying the dances and music can be any gender, any person. So of course they all enjoy. The whole island community normally come and enjoy, but performers would be either the girls themselves alone or men themselves alone. Sometimes the men help in drumming and providing the music, but then girls would dance only by themselves. And when they form subgroupings, teams, also they will be only girls themselves.
Thank you, Prof. One more thing. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Maybe this little bit beyond your limit, but it is better if it is possible to explain. How about the other Islam countries? All the Islam followers are also refrain from couple dance?
This is a good research question. What I've seen in Malaysia too, I have seen some of their traditional dances, boys and girls. They do mix a little bit, but not to the extent we call Western couple dancing. And of course, in very Arabic Islamic countries like Saudi Arabia, definitely there is no couple dancing. I have not seen in Saudi, even in videos. But usually there are men dance. There's a very famous dance they perform with a sword. Even I saw in videos that their king joins in this dance, which are performed by men, and then probably women do, but separately in Saudi Arabia. But in Indonesia, there I have seen videos of dances, and so I'm actually I should not be commenting much. This was my personal experiences I shared. Maybe there are, like in India, there are many Muslims. Even Sri Lanka, there are Muslims. I don't know whether they have traditional dances and how they perform. Probably normally it's men and women. They dance separately by each gender separately, I guess. Was that helpful, Vima?
Yes, Professor. Thank you for your thank you.
Maybe let me try to show you a short video that you will understand more probably. But these are, of course, now modern day videos taken, so it may not be the traditional way, but let me just show you one video which could help to give you to have a glimpse of what these dances that I've spoken today. So let me try to play. You can't see it. I'm trying to play a video. Just give me a minute. Sorry for the hold up.
Sir, the video is already in your laptop.
Yeah. So it's not playing. That's why I'm having trouble.
Just the same way how you shared your share the screen.
I'm trying. let me just. Can you see now?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's working. Okay. But sir, there is no sound. Sir, we can't hear anything.
You can't hear?
No.
But you see the.
Yes.
You see the pictures?
We can see the video, but I can't hear.
I don't know what went wrong with sound, unfortunately. All right. Sorry, the sound I couldn't play, but the video played, and I hope you get an idea of these dances that I talked about. Of course, this is a national song that I played where you saw a little bit of cultural dances here and there. Yes, please. Can we have more questions?
Sir, yes. We have a message from Daya. It says, thank you, Professor Ali. Most interesting and useful. And we have a question from Professor Nandadeva. He says, thank you for the enlightening lecture. May I know whether Maldives is planning to ratify the UNESCO ICH convention so that you can get more visibility to your intangible cultural heritage. So you got the question?
Yes.
Whether Maldives is planning to ratify the UNESCO ICH convention so that you can get more visibility to your intangible cultural heritage.
Right.
Yeah. And Rukaya, can we have a quick recap, please? Rukaya, the lecture is being recorded. So after the talk gets over, we are going to edit the lecture and it will be in our website. So you can get it from there. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Can I respond to Professor Nandeva's question?
Yes,
UNESCO ICH convention, I have no clue about this convention, but it's a good suggestion. Perhaps our counterpart for UNESCO is, I think, Ministry of Education, and I have to check with them. As far as what I teach in international relations, we are party to the out of the 9 core human rights conventions, we are party to 8. Only the Convention of Human Rights that has not been ratified by Maldives as yet is the one on migrant workers. Of course, the ICC, International Covenant on Economic, Social, Cultural Rights, we are party to this covenant, and therefore it of course gives us freedom of cultural rights. I mean, performing cultural music and dance as well. And so this is a good suggestion, I guess. I will look into ICHS, as the professor says. It could be an avenue for us to advance our cultural music and dances. Thank you for the question, Professor Nandeva.
So are there some more questions?
Yes, please.
Okay, sir, I have a question because here in Sri Lanka also I have seen Maldivian dance, and in the video that you showed, what I have seen is the women, they use a like winnowing, it's called winnowing fan as a prop.
Right.
So what is the significance of that? Because it's mostly used to separate grain from the chaff, that's the fan which is used. So here also, I mean, I've seen women holding it. So what is the kind of significance of that?
I'm not very sure what is the importance of faith, but probably that's a kind of instrument or item that they use to add flavor to their dances, or kind of give them more attraction, perhaps. I'm not very sure what it is. As I said, I'm not an expert on this field, so I won't be able to give you an answer for that.
Okay.
Dr. Veena, yes.
Yes. Okay. No, it could be maybe the importance of grain, in our everyday life. So.
Yeah, no, our national colors are white, red, and green.
Yeah.
That is the colors of our national flag, and therefore, when we have traditionally, women loved red clothes and green as well, because they are our national colors, and men preferred white. So there could be one reason, perhaps.
No, sir, I was asking about the fan, the winnowing fan that they were using.
The fan that you use, right?
Yeah.
In the hand.
Yeah.
No,
they were holding
I'm not
the
sure.
hand. Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe these are not made or manufactured in Maldives. They are imported. They are foreign-made item, maybe. And then the color could be just optional, maybe. I'm not sure what exactly it is.
So, I mean, do you think that the young generation also take the same that you were showing?
Since we had our tourism developed in the tourism industry, there has been a lot of demand for cultural performers, and they really get a good income if you have group. In fact, we are proud that our national university has a student, cultural group, and they perform, and they get chances to go overseas as well. So there's a lot of demand, in fact, and then the young generations too, they really like the traditional dances, but they're a little modified. And so I can show you another video, short video of about 3 minutes or three, but the sound is a problem. Shall I try another one?
Okay, sir, it's fine.
Yeah, let me try again now.
Professor, before you share the screen, you have to tick the sound button. Then it will be okay.
Oh, sound button.
While you are sharing, you can see in the screen.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you for the tape. Let me check.
There is a comment from Rowan Gamage. Happy to see you, Professor. I have seen myself that younger generations are enthusiastic in traditional Body Beru associated with dances. Sorry, I don't know whether you mentioned about this because I joined late. Yes. Doctor,
can you see the?
Did mention
can you
about
see the video now?
Yes, sir. We can see the video, but again, no sound.
No sound.
Yeah.
Where is this sound?
What kind of dance is this, sir?
Yes, the sound is. Yes.
Sound is coming.
Yeah. Again, it went. It came and it went. Now it is gone.
Is it? Can you hear now?
No. Sir, there is no sound.
No sound, huh? I'm not sure what's going.
But I think the costume is very modern here, what they are wearing.
How about now? Can you hear?
No, sir. I can't hear.
No, sir. We are not able to hear.
Yeah. No.
Can you see the video?
Yes, we can see the video.
Yes, we are able to see the video, but sir, there is no sound.
Right? Not the sound, right?
Oh, I think that time also the sound was coming from Shaki's background. And sir, here also what these dancers are holding in their hands. A small pot, which is a household item.
So yeah, I'm really sorry that I couldn't play the music or sound, but I guess at least some pictures of performers, the various dances you have seen, so it gives you some insight to the presentation. Yeah, can we have more questions, please?
Name of the dance you have shown us just now.
Well, it contains. It contains many different dances. Normally the girls. So it includes the one that I explained to you, Bandiya jehun, that you saw the girls having a pot. Where normally this is a pot they collect water from wells and carry. And this was a very popular practice in the good old days, because people used to go to isolated areas where public wells are kept, which has good water, groundwater. They throw into their pots and they carry for house use. But today, of course, all islands have running water, tap water, so this is not a requirement, but it's a tradition. They use these pots when they want to perform dances. Also, they use this pot, and then you have small sticks where again they use the girls and they beat each other these sticks, and it make some nice rhythmic sound when they sing and dance. And so they used a couple of things that girls normally use when they have dances. So this is a modified kind of modern dance where they showed many different types of dances performed by girls, tradition.
But the costume looked very modern.
Yes, these days it's very, you're right. These days it's more modern than it used to be. But normally they have a long skirt and blouse for girls, or they will have a national women dress, which is fully covered from neck to toe. It's like a kind of maxi or long dress. So these are two types normally they wear. And yeah, with changing over time, of course, things have been modified. And so it definitely, what you call these modified songs as well, the music. And the last video, they were dancing to music which was played by a stereo, by external source, not original music. The performers were not there to sing and play the drums.
Okay. From Professor Nandadeva, we have a question. May I wait.
Whether you have national inventory of all those cultural elements. Of course, with the YouTube, of course, we have. There are many songs. You could watch Maldivian songs, traditional songs, or cultural songs. If you type on the menu bar, you will get a lot of songs. There are a lot of cultural songs, even some songs performed even in, I think there was a cultural festival in Colombo some years back, and Maldives girls have performed in that too. So YouTube has a good collection of our traditional songs and dances. That's the kind of one that I could think of. National inventory, probably in our archives, national archives, they do have in their digital collection. Maybe there are videos of our dances and songs as well.
So there's only. I mean, the songs are in one language, or there are many
as
languages.
I said, traditionally when these were introduced, African words are used and Arabic words were used, but now none of these were used here. They are mostly it's just our language. So the tunes or the rhythm are the same, but the words have been changed. Initially, when I was small, I did hear people using words which are not understood. They are not Maldivian, definitely. But today, it's all have changed now. So mostly it's our local language, they use it. Not anymore African or Arabic songs.
So there's one more question by Shakilur Rahman. Is this traditional wedding dance?
Well, some of these dances, like mostly in Bandiya, which we call, pot dance, is a popular one in the islands. When they have weddings, the girls would perform, and the boys would perform Body Beru, which is the drumming of those big, drums. So it's called the boys with the drums, the girls with a pot. These are the two kinds of dances that normally perform at weddings. But there is no, like in Indian, I think we do not have specific. Is there any more questions?
Okay. If the questions are over, then I once again thank Dr. Shameem for your interesting and illuminating lecture. And I also thank to all the participants for joining. Sorry, I've forgotten to.
Thank you.
And please kindly like the SAARC Cultural Center Facebook page. Please have one lecture. We try to keep one lecture every month. So for this month, it is from Maldives. So for next month, it will be from Nepal, and then next will be from Pakistan. So please like our SAARC Cultural Center Facebook page. You will get all the information from there. Okay, thank you very much. Madam, you would like to say a few words?
No, thank you, Dr. Shameem. It's a very interesting lecture. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Madam.
Let me also thank Madam Renuka, Director, and also Deputy Director, Dr. Bina, for hosting me in one of your seminars that really helped promote understanding and culture between our countries, and people-to-people contact can be enhanced, of course, through such medium. And I think all the participants as well, and those who questions as well, right? And so let me wish you a good day to everyone and say goodbye now.